and welcome to episode 243 of Checkpoint Chat. My name is Alessandro Barbosa. I'm joined by Matthew Figuera.
Take two. Technical difficulties.
Take two.
Let's go.
Now you missed my great joke about us wearing the same clothes. Damn it.
You can tell it again. It's cool. They haven't heard it.
I just did. Hey, let's go.
Yes, we
are wearing the same clothes.
For those of you who don't know, back-to-back recordings. We didn't roll out of bed and go, you know what, let's wear what we wore last week.
Oh, you just really like these clothes. You don't know that.
You'll never know. From the past/future.
You'll never know. There's no way of knowing. If you're an audio listener, you have no clue what we even
wear the same shirts all the time. 243 episodes in, worn the shirt all the time.
Got to get rid of the shirt.
This is our farm engagement, because now people watching the video feed are going, what? That can't be true. I'm going to go back through every episode. There you go. Instant views.
You have to go back like 2 and see that it's false. So.
No, they have to be consistent. Like maybe that was the one time we slipped up. Yeah.
Okay.
Go back and like all those episodes. It'll mean a lot to me. I view the metrics.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to do that, but I'm also not going to tell you to do that.
Do it for me.
Do it for Matty. Do it for Matty.
Do it for Sandy.
This week we are plowing through the numerous, my God, why there's so many Game Awards categories. Like we do every year, we have a fun little game where Matty and I try and predict the winners, and then at the end we see who wins, and whoever wins has to buy the other one a Nintendo Switch.
Wow, those are bold words for somebody who lost last.
Listen, I'm coming in hot. You have to go all in, otherwise, how will you ever win? That's how we lose at poker too.
Oh my God.
But if you're playing at home, if you want to keep a spreadsheet going, or I guess we could share our spreadsheet. You can just put your names next to ours and see how you fare against us. This is just a fun little thing as we prep for the Game Awards, which happen on December 7th. Yeah, December 8th. If you're in a normal, if you're in a normal time zone, as in not America. So I think the Game Awards are always a fun time. They are definitely more game trailer than Game Awards. I know that irks a lot of people. I think that game developers should be getting lots and lots of praise for the amazing work they've done, especially in 2023.
What a year.
But the Game Awards also need to be a show that make financial sense, and that only happens if people are watching. And I personally don't think a lot of people will watch if it was just awards and not game trailers. Just look at the Oscars. So I also think the Game Awards... So how the Game Awards work, if you're unclear, there is public voting that constitutes like a tiny percentage to the actual vote, if I'm not mistaken. The rest is constituted by a panel of invited journalists and content creators from around the world. They usually get an email, they fill out what they think are their winners and send it back. And it's a big popularity contest where not always the most deserving games win, but the games that most people have played, because in general, people will not vote for things they haven't played or haven't finished. So this is why, and you'll see when we get to Game of the Year, I think a certain game won't win, not because it doesn't deserve to, just because I don't think most people have played it.
I know.
Matthew's already smiling because he knows what it is.
Do I? Actually, yes. I have no idea.
No, you do. When we get there, you'll see. We've had this discussion in Discord a lot lately. So we're going to skip the esports categories because in previous years, those are just the stupidest categories.
Us. Do we look like esports people?
No, I didn't even watch TI this year. Come on.
Oh.
So we're going to start from the bottom till we get here.
Never hated you more.
And we kick things off with the most anticipated game. And for nominees, we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh my goodness, Matthew,
sorry,
what are you showing the viewers here?
I was in the wrong window there.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. So I can tell you what it's not going to be. It's not going to be Tekken 8.
I'm in the wrong window again. Not Tekken 8. I mean, sorry, yes. This is what happens when you record episodes back to back. I've lost my focus. Here we go. If I could vote with my heart here, it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because personally, that is my most anticipated game. And I do think a lot of people are excited for it. Hades 2, it's coming to early access. It's not actually launching next year. I'd be shocked if it actually...
People don't care about that. People care about playing
Star Wars
Hades 2.
Outlaws?
I don't think that's... I think that's probably a solid third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Like a Dragon, as big as Yakuza has become, still not that. It's still not there. I think Star Wars Outlaws is definitely like a third. I agree with you. I think it's between Final Fantasy and Hades 2. And I am going to go Final Fantasy.
Even me. Wow, no split votes here.
Fantasy 7 It's funny though, because that game is out like 2 months after the Game Awards.
So you're making some sweet notes there. I'm gonna bounce us to the next category.
Cool. Let's go to the next
category. We're back
category.
in 2023. Best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. We have...
Oh, so this is like TV.
So we've got Castlevania Nocturne. We've got Gran Turismo. We've got The Last of Us, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. I'm going to come out and say it will not be Twisted Metal.
Yeah, I will also say it will not be Gran Turismo.
It will not be Gran Turismo.
PlayStation Studios.
As much as I enjoyed Castlevania Nocturne, I don't think it's mainstream enough to get the vote.
Agree.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie, I think, beloved by many, but it has to be The Last of Us, right?
Yeah,
very faithful.
100% agree with you. I
Faithful
don't think there's
adaptation.
a single thing beating Last of Us here.
Viewed by many people, praised by many people. If this doesn't win this category, I will eat.
It'll be shocked. So what was this called? Faithful adaptation.
Best adaptation. The best adaptation. Yo, look at Sandy.
Okay.
Doing some production work behind the scenes for a change.
This is horrible. I hate this.
Best
multiplayer.
So this is for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game, genre, or platform.
Sponsored by Discord.
You're the multiplayer companion. You can't play multiplayer games unless you talk to your friends.
See, this is where this starts getting weird, because you can start seeing people giving votes to games that they're like, I didn't give it here, but I wanted to get kudos somewhere else. You know what I mean? So it might not necessarily be the best multiplayer game, but someone wanted to give, something to a game somewhere.
100%. So category nominees for this are Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I mean, all have multiplayer. No one's arguing that, but you're right. This is so. My gut reaction is: could it be something left field like a Party Animals? Maybe, but I
know that's what I'm thinking as well.
I don't think it's big enough. Will it be something like a Street Fighter 6? Which
I think it's Street Fighter.
Is not like a Game of the Year nominee, despite being a very good package.
I think it's a great game, and also just like. Again, this is only if you really played it and care about these things. Like, it had really good netcode and it just felt solid across the board. And the multiplayer, like, makeup of the lobbies and those systems were really good. But, like, I could see someone just voting Baldur's Gate 3 because they're like, well,
it's Baldur's Gate 3.
That game's multiplayer and the game's good. You know what I mean?
It could be Diablo 4 as well, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
Not.
I'm going to go with Street Fighter 6.
I am going to go with Street Fighter 6 because
oh my god, no split votes.
No, the split votes will come. Just in my heart, I think it could be a Party Animals, but I mean, how many people will meme? And like, no, I'm not knocking Party Animals at all. I've never played it. I think it's a good game, but how many people are going to choose it over the other nominees? I don't know.
This next category irritates me.
What is this? We have. The best sports / racing for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. We have EA Sports, FC24, F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharged, and The Crew Motorfest.
Can I just say how poorly they did Lando Norris on this image? Like, what is happening to his face there?
What do you mean?
Shame.
Looks
Just
good
did
to
him
me.
so dirty there.
Looks
So
perfect to
dirty.
me. What do you
Oh my
think?
God, it looks like he's about to fart.
What do you think's winning this category?
Fuck, I don't know. I want to say Forza because I do think of all the games. Yeah, I think it is the best game. But I feel like that game had zero moment in terms of popularity. I feel like I was one of few championing that game.
So the one that won last year was Gran Turismo 7. I cannot remember who the nominees were, but it was a racing
I also
game.
think that EA Sports has done fuck all this year. Like, even though this is the first year without the FIFA name, I don't feel like it made a splash. And the other F1 is never winning this category, like ever.
It's Forza. It has to be.
Yeah, I'm going to go
No,
Forza.
no split vote yet. We're getting there.
Wow.
We're just out here ranking points. Because you know what? We're competing against each other, but we're competing against the whole planet as well. Who's
The
the,
world too.
closest?
Exactly.
Who is the closest? Okay.
This is also an annoying category.
What? The best simulator / strategy. They're identical games.
They are different.
Exact same genres, no doubt.
Oh my God.
So this is for the best game focused on real-time or turn-based
yeah,
simulation.
City Skylines is definitely the same as Advance
gameplay,
Wars. Fucking
irrespective of platform. So categories are Advance Wars 1+2, Reboot Camp, City Skylines 2, Company of Heroes 3. I did not know that even came out this year. Fire Emblem Engage and Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4. That is my vote.
You're saying Pikmin
Locked.
4?
Definitely
Okay,
going to be Pikmin 4.
This is the split vote. I'm going with Advance Wars.
Really?
Let's go. They're both on Switch. Advance Wars is real good. It's a remake.
I think if there was anything that was going to beat Pikmin, it was going to be Fire Emblem. But from my standpoint, like everyone who loves Fire Emblem was kind of disappointed by Engage.
Exactly.
So I don't think.
So it's Advance Wars, right? Of course.
Nah. What should be like fucking City Skylines? That'd be hilarious.
Listen, I think City Skylines would have had a shot if it wasn't a mess.
If it wasn't a broken mess, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Next category.
Next one.
Best family game for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. I had no idea that Disney Illusion Island came out this year. Also, the nominees are
in like June.
Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
It's an easy pick, I think.
Is it Mario? It's your boy Mario.
Yeah.
Surely.
I think it's Mario.
Surely it's Mario.
I don't think
Wonder.
anything else even comes close. Yeah.
I mean, I would argue there's a case for Party Animals, but Pikmin 4 has multiplayer. I did not know that.
I think it's co-op.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Well, there you go. We're still out here voting identically.
Except for the one.
Best fighting. For the best game designed
this is gonna be
primarily
interesting.
around head-to-head combat. Nominees are God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1,
What?
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6.
Okay. So, this is where we
This is a
start
tricky
rubbing up
one.
against the popularity
Yeah.
versus like should it win type of thing. Knowing like sort of journalist content creator sentiment, there's a very, very big leaning towards like Street Fighter 6 being the better game.
Oh, yeah.
But in terms of overall popularity, it's definitely Mortal
Kombat,
Kombat 1. And that's why I'm going Mortal Kombat 1.
You monster.
I don't agree.
I'm going Street Fighter 6.
I know. I knew you would.
I'm sticking to my guns here. If Street Fighter 6 doesn't win this category, I will eat my imaginary hat.
I have a feeling it will, but I'm going to go with my tried and tested formula of not winning and vote with not my heart.
I mean, maybe this is your
see
year.
how that still works out. Who knows? This could be my year.
Nice. Next category we have is, oh my God, the best RPG for the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression,
This
including
category is stacked.
massively multiplayer experiences. We have so many. We've got Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield.
Is Lies of P a role-playing game?
It's
Is Bloodborne a role-playing game?
like, but then I could say, is Final Fantasy 16 a role-playing game?
Yeah, that's actually very true. Yeah.
Is it
Like,
when
a game is a fucking Devil May Cry.
when
That's what
all
it
you're
is.
doing is you're not picking
It's very little
stats,
role-playing.
you're just choosing your loadout.
Yeah,
basically.
I think what qualifies as a role-playing game is very like. Would you consider Final Fantasy 16 and Starfield in the same genre?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if Final Fantasy 16 was more role playing, then yes, but it's not. So I don't know.
Yeah, currently no. I
So
don't.
correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the only category that Starfield is present in?
I think so.
So this is where we start getting. This is where I start getting into your headspace of yes, maybe this is where journalists go. You know what? Starfield deserves some nod of what it did, but I don't think it will win.
I think there's enough even there. Like I don't think
I'm
so.
pretty sure this is Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm almost certain it's
role
Baldur's
playing in every sense of the word. Of you, like if you want to get into the semantics of what constitutes a role playing game, I think Baldur's Gate 3 ticks every single damn box. From you can create your character, you can make a party, and you can do whatever the hell you want in the game. You can tackle it however you want. Just like even removing the fact that it's a really good game as an RPG, it is the most RPG out of all of these.
Yeah, I agree.
Not,
and I
not
think,
to say
I
the
think
other
like,
games don't deserve it. It's just they're not as good.
I think Final Fantasy 16 comes close. It had its moment. I just think there's been way more buzz about Baldur's Gate 3 than there ever was about Final Fantasy 16.
Pour one out for my boy.
And
Torgal.
I do think this is where Baldur's Gate wins, where it doesn't later.
This is a category as well. Best action/adventure. For the best action/adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, your nominees are Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh my god, I actually
That
don't know.
is, I will tell you now, I love Star Wars Jedi, but I do not think it wins this category.
No, it is. It's the weakest in this category.
It's the weakest. But between
I
all
also
of
think
them,
Spider-Man 2 doesn't win here.
yeah, look, I think Spider-Man 2, while I loved it, I'm not using this as a knock against the game. It's too samey as the original.
Yeah, 100%.
So-
and it's got a very enjoyable but very safe story as well.
Alan Wake 2, I would argue, is more survival horror than action adventure. While it's really good, does it snag this category? I don't know. Like I'm leaning.
Sure, I don't know.
But even then, I'm like Resident Evil 4. There's always the arguments of like it's a remake. I'm like, but it's a really.
And
good
you've got
remake.
fucking Tears of the Kingdom
Tears
just
of the
chilling there.
Kingdom. Just Link.
I
perched on
do
the
think
ledge.
Tears of the Kingdom doesn't win this category.
Yeah, it's a tricky.
I don't know.
one.
Like, it is to me the best game. I mean, that I've played. I haven't played Alan Wake 2, but the best game here. But I feel like, again, getting into the mind of how people are voting, I don't know. Because if it doesn't win here and it doesn't win Game of the Year,
Where
like,
does it win?
do we go in awards without Legend of Zelda winning at all? Like, I just don't see that happening.
Don't even say it.
that seems fucking crazy to me.
Well,
Does Resident Evil win? Shit. I don't know.
my gut is telling me Resident Evil 4 for this category. I can't tell you
Really?
why.
I'm thinking like Alan Wake comes in clutch here.
Well, there we go. There's a split vote. I think I'm gonna go with.
Or is it Zelda? No, I'm going Zelda.
You're going Zelda.
Fuck it. I'm going Zelda. Yeah.
See, this is one of those categories I'd love to come back to because, like, maybe I got. You know what? Resident Evil 4 got enough recognition later on. Is it Alan Wake 2?
So you're going
or Resident Evil
RE4? Are you going RE4?
I think I'm going. I'm gonna go RE4. YOLO.
Cool. I already topped it in. That's great.
Look, I think it actually could be Alan Wake 2, and maybe I'll shoot myself in the
I
foot.
actually think so. I think we might both lose this.
We might both lose, yeah.
What the fuck is this next category?
You had best action adventure game. Now get ready for best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. So
why is Armored Core here, but Liza P is an RPG?
I don't know.
Someone explain this to me. I don't understand.
Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2.
You role play more in Armored Core than you do in Final Fantasy. What the fuck's going on here? I hate these awards.
Jeff Keighley, explain. I would love to see Hi-Fi Rush win this, purely because I love the game. First of all, haven't played any of the others, but I do think critically, like I think Armored Core is really good from what I've heard, but I still think that, and I know there's a discussion to be made about From Software games are no longer niche. However, I don't think it sold nearly as well as Elden Ring. Obviously, it is played by the more purist fans, so I feel like it gets missed. Dead Island 2, I think, was a moment. It's gone. Ghost Runner 2 came out. I think it's good, but like you criticized it for the open world not being great.
Yeah, it's not a great sequel.
Remnants 2, I think, from what I've heard, is a great sequel, but Hi-Fi Rush to me is the one that carries the most weight of like, it's if these were all bands performing and if I were to choose the favorite one I'd love to see, it would be Hi-Fi Rush, 100%.
My heart is saying Hi-Fi Rush 2, but I keep coming back to the figure of like only 3 million people played it, and I'm just like, that is scary low.
Yeah, but critics,
and I think coming
it.
out so early in the year, people have just forgotten about it.
Okay, where are you going? I'm going Hi-Fi Rush.
I'm going Armored Core. Armored Core. Is it 6?
It's 6,
Armored Core
Fires
6.
of Rubicon.
Look at me voting for the game I don't even think belongs there.
For the next category, good God, best VR/AR for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality irrespective of platform. Your nominees are Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and is that Synapse?
Synapse, yeah.
Synapse.
There's literally not a single AR game here, so why...
Don't ask questions.
Why?
That's the category, okay? They're not going to rename the trophy now. This is the tricky one for me because I have no idea.
I haven't played any of these, so I'm just going to go Gran Turismo 7 because I saw a lot of, like, when PSVR 2 came out, people were like, oh, wow, GT7 is, like, transformative in VR. So, and then I heard a lot of people, like, getting sick with Horizon Call of the Mountain, so I don't think it's going to be that. Synapse looked cool, but I didn't hear much about that afterwards.
Humanity, like I get what the game is, but is it best in VR?
Yeah, I think it's sort of like a Tetris effect where it's like cool in VR, but it's like not.
I'm gonna split the vote and go Resident Evil Village because I do think Resident Evil.
I think that's
VR
the other one that could win.
Yeah,
I think that could win as well.
Look at us splitting votes, eh?
Village VR.
Next category, best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device, we've got Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil, which made by Free Lives. Good South African
developer, yeah.
Very cool to see them recognized. Have not played the game, unfortunately.
I'm almost certain it's not published by Netflix because it's on Steam.
Yeah, I think it's because it's on Netflix.
Oh, because it's mobile.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
think there's only one game that wins this.
I'm playing and I love Monster Hunter Now, but it is no Honkai Star Rail, which I think has
100%.
mass appeal, beloved by people. And I will come out and say Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. Just the
not good
stain on the name of Final Fantasy VII. It's I think there's a game there, but it is just hidden behind so much microtransaction garbage that it's like upsetting. Why is my camera doing that?
Yeah.
Camera, why?
This is a nice.
What is this next category?
This isn't a nice one. I like this.
Best debut indie game.
There's a lot of good games on here. Oh my God.
So this is for the best debut game created by a new independent shooter. We have Cocoon. We have Dredge. We've got Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder. Pizza Tower.
I don't think any of these games are bad, except Pizza Tower. That game's bad.
Why do you say it's bad? Because I looked at it.
I just like saying it's bad.
Because it popped up on my radar yesterday. I was like, what is Pizza Tower? And I looked it up. I was like, oh, it's a game that came out in January and people swear it is like
a WarioWare.
excellent. Yeah, it's like a WarioWare / platformer, and people swear by it.
Yeah.
Like if you look at that Steam page, the reviews, it's something
people
ludicrous,
fucking love that game.
40 to 50,000 reviews. It's like, whoa, that's a lot of people who took the time to write a review for this game.
I've got people at work who cannot like stop talking about Pizza Tower.
I need to play it. But then we've got Cocoon, which we played a couple of weeks ago, and it is
what a game,
a phenomenal puzzle game. We have Dredge,
thing is, how many
which
people
you
played
and
it?
loved. Heard a lot of good
I
buzz
love
about
Dredge, yeah.
Venba is a short game, I know on Game Pass that people also love, but I just don't know if it's strong enough.
A lot of people talking about it. But
out of all of these, I don't know if it's the strongest content. And then there's Viewfinder, which you played and you loved.
Loved that as well, yeah. Also not sure enough people played that, though.
So for me, it has to be between even Cocoon. Like while I loved it,
Cocoon and Pizza Tower.
Yeah, while I loved Cocoon, I don't know if enough people played it.
I'm going to go Cocoon just because I think Cocoon's like one of the best things I've played all year.
Yeah, I'm also going Cocoon because I don't think it gets any other awards, but shit, it deserves all of the awards. It's going to be Pizza Tower.
I can see Pizza Tower fucking winning. Yeah, fucking hell.
I'll be so upset. I need to play Pizza Tower.
Okay, here we go on another fucking category that makes zero fucking sense.
So wait, what is the difference? So we have best debut indie game, and then we now have best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievements in a game made outside the traditional publisher system.
Can I tell you, the game that's going to win this is not an indie game.
Yeah. So we have nominees Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder. So the only things that swapped out here, we lost Venba and Pizza Tower for Sea of Stars and Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver, beloved game. Is it indie though?
No, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's
not an indie
It's
game?
a studio that's owned by $1 billion corporation. It is not independent. Like, don't come and be like, it looks indie. Anyone can make a game that looks fucking indie.
Yeah.
Like, it's frustrating.
So
Let Naughty Dog make a 2D game. They'll be like, oh, it's an indie game.
I would also think like I would want Cocoon to win this, but I'm with you. I think Dave the Diver is way more mainstream.
I'm protest voting Cocoon. Fuck that. I refuse to vote Dave the Diver.
I also want, like, I've never played Dredge, but I've heard a lot of good things about Dredge. Although Sea of Stars, I've also heard really good things about. It's another game that I think.
Yeah, a lot of people love Sea of Stars. That's true.
Will it win though?
True. I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Dave the Diver. Sorry, this I'm voting not with my heart.
If I lose by one and it's because of this, I'm gonna cry.
Hey, maybe it could be Cocoon. Like I'm very torn. It could be either. It's gonna be Dredge, isn't it?
Who knows?
Although you know what, to take Dave the Diver off me, let's put me down for. Let's go Sea of Stars. It's a left field.
Okay.
Never know. Because maybe some of the critics do protest vote as they're going, it's not an indie game. I don't know.
Could be. It could be. Yeah, you've got a good point there.
So we both lose points if that's the case. Next category, best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. So the nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky.
I think No Man's Sky won this like 3 times.
How many times has No Man's Sky been nominated in this category? Let me go back to last.
I swear to God, they've won this.
Oh, sorry. It's a good thing I've got last year on record. Just for context, on best debut indie, we both said Vampire Survivors, and you know who won? Stray.
Fuck's sake.
Where's best indie game here? Best indie game. You voted Tunic.
Stray
I voted Stray. See, I was smart and Stray won. So we're looking at best community support.
When I say that this is a popularity contest, now people might understand what I mean.
So listen, last year I voted for. Wait, is this? I don't know who's who.
Community support was
Final Fantasy 14. One of us voted Fortnite. One of us voted No Man's Sky, but neither were right. So No Man's Sky can lose to many of these others.
I don't think FF14 had a big year though.
No.
So
Also, Destiny 2 is currently hated by the community, so I don't.
yeah,
think
no, that's almost 100% not winning.
I think in terms of popularity, like I would say Baldur's Gate 3, but it's more a thing of I think they've got good social buzz. However,
yes,
I do wonder if it's not Cyberpunk 2077.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. That could be a big one because like the expansion came out, it hit, but alongside that was the big patch, which people really, really loved. And it kind of feels like the sentiment towards Cyberpunk and CD Projekt is like very high right now.
Yeah. I think it's Cyberpunk for this.
Yeah.
While I acknowledge No Man's Sky is still out here doing good things, I think it's just too stacked or too busy a year to really stand out. Like I can't tell you what No Man's Sky did this year, and it doesn't mean they did nothing. It's just I don't know in terms of the social buzz. Like I don't know. So put me down there for.
So you're going Cyberpunk?
I'm going Cyberpunk. Yeah, it might be Baldur's Gate 3, but
I'm going Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh my god, the split votes is so real. Also,
what should be fucking No Man's Sky?
Look at this picture of Final Fantasy 14. I don't know who this person is, but tell me that's not Clive.
I know. I saw it the other day, and I was like, "Is this like a collab? Like, are they crossing over?"
I don't know. It looks like Clive. That hairstyle 100% reminds me so much of Clive. Cool.
The next category is literally the same.
Oh my god,
thing.
It's like the same thing. Best ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the play experience over time.
Cyberpunk wins this. I do not see how it loses this.
Best ongoing. I'm sure I've got this here on our previous list. Oh, no, I don't. Where did it go? Is best ongoing a new category? Oh no, it's here. Sorry.
No.
So best ongoing last year, you and I both voted for Fortnite, which is where I was lying this year, but it was won by Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 won best ongoing and best community support last year.
Look at us, out of touch.
So out of touch. I don't know. My gut says it's either Cyberpunk or Fortnite. But it's probably Cyberpunk, isn't it? No, it's Fortnite.
I think it's Cyberpunk.
It has to be Fortnite.
You're going to say Fortnite?
This is the year. Listen, Fortnite deserves awards for being what it is so many years later. And granted, maybe it's not mainstream in the eyes of critics, but I think Epic, like I know there's shit at Epic. Don't get me wrong. There's layoffs, whatever, but I take my hats off to them from a Fortnite point of view for keeping... Like they've kept this game fresh, and like
they have, and they brought back the first season, and that is like finishing off with like fucking Eminem. So yeah, no, they've done a lot.
Your boy Eminem's coming into Fortnite.
Your boy Eminem,
if that was
very
on your
anti-establishment man, Eminem.
Yeah, if that was on your bigger
Fortnite.
card, good God, play the lotto because that's one person I would never have thought.
Never in my life would have guessed that.
Okay, split me down for Fortnite. Next category, games for impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. So we have A Space for the Unbound, Chance of Sonar, Goodbye Volcano.
I really want to play that.
Cheer, Terra Null, and Venba. Again, Terra Null, good guys, free lives, Archer.
Oh, okay. You see here it says Devolver. That's why that makes
but
more
it also
sense.
it says Devolver Digital / Netflix.
So Netflix paid for the mobile, I guess. Yeah.
So this is tricky from the point of view of I've not played any of these. I know that, I mean, I haven't heard of two of them. I know Goodbye Volcano High purely because I remember seeing it at certain showcases. It's like this game.
Yes, it did pop up, yeah.
It's a tricky category. I have no idea. I almost want to say Terra Null because I know, like me, I know bias aside, I know the meaning there is like it's about showing how to reverse like what's not global warming, like whatever humanity is doing to the planet, it's like how to reverse that. And like that's just because I know the game. I don't know what the other games messages are, so I can't say like, oh yeah, that message is probably stronger than this one. I don't know where you feeling.
I think it's I think it goes Venba. to be honest. I think of all of these, that's the one I've seen spoken about the most. Yes, it's the one that came out more recently, but even now, shifting into like Game of the Year discussions, a lot of people are like, oh, what games did I miss out on? And I see a lot of people like replying with Venba.
Also, Venba's on PC Game Xbox Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass, and it's about like it's a game whose mechanics are delivered through like cooking, but the story is about immigrant parents, which I think a lot of people like can associate to.
Well, also very topical, given like so much discussion around the globe of like immigrants and keeping them in or out. Like, yeah,
exactly. So I think
I'm there with you. I'll go Venba as well.
I'm going Venba.
I need to play it. Apparently, it's not long either. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's like a few hours. Yeah.
So yeah, that's one I need to tick off at some stage. Next category we are doing
innovation in accessibility.
So this is recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So this is an interesting spread of games, which I knew. Well, let me just rattle off the nominees. So it's Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. I know out of all of these, I know Forza Motorsport is like a big push from an accessibility point of view, where, if I'm not mistaken, you can be completely blind, and play this game.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
All done through audio cues, like through like almost rally style commentary of like, hairpin lefts, blah, 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 in 200 meters. And then just audio cues of you can hear how far you are before a turn, that sort of thing. So, but I don't know what the others are doing. Like, I had no idea Diablo 4 was even in the conversation, for example, nor did I know Street Fighter 6 or Mortal Kombat 1 are there. Spider-Man, I know because Sony typically are very good at pushing accessibility across all their first-party titles.
And Insomniac has done it before. Like, they've been very good with their stuff, yeah.
So it's a tricky one.
I think I'm going Spider-Man. Because like it's just a continuation of some of the best like tools in the industry, and
also think it's more mainstream.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to say, I think a lot more people are going to choose Spider-Man over a Forza. Just out of interest, who won last year? So it's actually very helpful having.
Last year was
best accessibility.
I don't think we have it yet.
Maybe we didn't. No, we would have voted for it because it does pop up regularly. I don't see it. Maybe I deleted it by mistake. I'll go with. I'm gonna go with Forza. Whatever.
Forza. Okay.
Forza. What did I do to that category?
Ooh, we're gonna run out of space on this thing. I don't know how to add.
I'll do it for you quickly. Literally.
Oh wait, insert cells.
Just keep inserting cells.
Shift down.
Oh my god, this category is gonna be difficult as well. So
best performance
awarded to an individual for voice-over acting, motion and or performance capture. So we have Ben Starr for Final Fantasy 16, Cameron Monaghan from Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba, is that right? Monaghan.
Yes.
Monaghan. Idris
Monaghan.
Elba for Cyberpunk 2077's Phantom Liberty expansion. I almost said Milani. I don't think it's mine. It's Melanie Libbard for Alan Wake 2. Neil Newbond for Baldur's Gate 3. And Yuri Lowenthal for Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yo, they made Yuri Lowenthal look a lot older than he is in that photo.
Yes, man's ancient. Man's on his deathbed.
To me, this is a split between two people. And it's Ben Starr for Final Fantasy 16, just because I think he's also made a name for himself outside of that game. Like, people know who Ben Starr is now.
Yeah.
And then I think Neil Newbon, purely because the character he plays in Baldur's Gate is like the one that everyone talks about.
Does he play Asteriel?
Asteriel, yeah.
See, I know nothing about Baldur's Gate 3, and that's the only character I've heard people talk about.
This is the point. Everyone knows that character. So I think it's between those two. I think Yuri Lowenthal does really
He's a great
good work as
Peter.
Peter Parker again. Like he's just really, really good. Melanie LeBird, I haven't played Alan Wake,
She's
but
great
for all
as
I know, everyone
Saga,
loves Saga.
Yeah.
Cameron Monaghan is he's Cal, I guess. Yeah, sure.
See, this is one of the things
I find
where-
Cal a very boring character in general. So
But this is also tricky because, you know, it's not to say that none of these artists are celebrities.
did poorly. Yeah,
Yeah, but like, no, I'm saying Idris Elba is like, he's an AAA Hollywood star. And I do wonder, like, do people not give it to him because it's like, hey, like, look, games are art too. Like, look at us. We'll give you awards for great performances.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Because
to be fair, Cameron Monaghan is the same too. He was.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew him from Shameless
but
well before
he's no
Star
Idris
Wars.
Elba.
No, he's no Idris Elba. Like, come on, yeah. I mean, who is? We're talking about a man who people petitioned for to be the next James Bond. Like, fucking come on.
Best.
I'm gonna go Ben Starr because I'd really just love that for him. I think, you know, people give shit to Final Fantasy 16, you know, rightly so for some of its shortcomings.
Yeah.
But I think you cannot fault him giving his absolute fucking all.
I think
as Clive
is a fantastic character. Like, I loved his performance.
Yeah, it was really good.
See, this is a tricky one. Like,
he's also just an absolute riot online. Just
he's great.
He knows how to be online. It's a great time. Let him be Link, please.
Just cast him as Link and give him no voice lines.
Remember, he did one of those fake like audition videos for Link even before they had announced the movie.
Amazing.
And he was running around with his hand like this, being like, "I'm an elf." He's perfect.
I'm gonna go with you on Ben Starr purely because I'm in the same boat of like, I'd love for him to get the recognition. Like,
yeah.
While I think it's likely to be Neil or Idris, like, it would be great if Ben Starr won. He would not to say no one else would love it, but he would be the perfect person to win it because I think it would just mean so much more to him.
But if you want to get conspiratorial too,
I know
he has become very good friends with a lot of the media. Like, he's always at dinner with people from Giant Bomb and Kind of Funny and stuff.
Like with Jeff Keighley, like, oh no,
exactly. Nah, he seems like he reminds me a lot of is Rahul Kohli. He's he's in this industry, but he also just fucking loves it. Like he wants to be here. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Next, oh my God, this is also a hell of a category. Best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. So we have Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. I'll come out and say I acknowledge Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a bit of a weird pick.
It's like, good, don't get me wrong, but when you compare it to all these others, I'm like, it's not winning.
It's like, it sounds good.
Hi-Fi Rush, I think,
exceptional.
I think from an artistic point of view, like, yes, very cool use of sound throughout the game, like including elements of music and sound, 100%. But when I think audio design, I'm thinking like almost just above that.
Mood and
way above that.
Atmosphere.
Like sound effects, mood, atmosphere. And then I haven't played Dead Space, but I know Dead Space is good nominee, but a bit for me,
I think Dead Space won this 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, it won it when it first came out. It should have. I don't think it's exceptional by today's standards.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I think it's either Alan Wake 2 or Resident Evil 4. And I'm almost more inclined to go for Alan Wake 2 in this category.
Resident Evil 4 is kind of the same with Spider-Man for me, where I was just like it sounds like a game. It doesn't sound like outstanding in any sort of way.
Whereas Alan Wake 2 does not sound like a game. It sounds like art. I'm going to get that tattooed.
So because I haven't played Alan Wake 2, I am going to lean towards Hi-Fi Rush because I think this is the one category it wins.
I think Hi-Fi Rush has a good chance of winning this, 100%. In fact, I'd almost want to change my vote, but I'm going to go with...
Well, you can't now. It's locked in.
Oh, shit.
I wrote Alan Week by accident.
Oh, wow. Like Alan Week vote. Like, let's go.
If the next category is best music, I've just fucked myself. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Best score and music for outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. Boy, it's locked in came back real hard, didn't it?
God damn it.
I mean, if you want to change it, I'll allow it.
No, it's okay. I actually don't think Hi-Fi Rush would win this, to be entirely fair.
I don't know.
Actually, I think it probably would,
I
looking at
think
these other nominees.
look, Don't get me wrong. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I love me one
100%.
piano note every hour. It's art. I'm there with you, okay?
But you know what should win this category?
What? Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16.
Look,
That score is
Final Fantasy 16
unreal.
has really good music, but is it Hi-Fi Rush? Is it?
No, I know. But again, the Hi-Fi Rush one confuses me because it's like, what are we talking about in terms of Hi-Fi Rush? Like, Hi-Fi Rush has 2 soundtracks. It has its licensed soundtrack, which is used very liberally through the game. And that's what people think about. They're thinking about like, oh, the Nine Inch Nails song or the Prodigy or, that weird Beethoven remix during that one boss fight. But when you listen to the actual game's soundtrack, like it's good, but it's not that. It's nowhere near that. I don't know what they're basing this off of.
The category does include both. It says for outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and licensed soundtrack. You see?
Okay, then it's Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, I think it's Hi-Fi Rush.
If Hi-Fi Rush doesn't
Wait,
win
are you voting Hi-Fi Rush?
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, I'm voting Hi-Fi Rush too.
It's gonna be
My heart says Final Fantasy 16, but
amazing. Oh my god! Next category: Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and/or technical achievements in artistic design and animation. We have Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Now,
I think this is easy.
It's Lies of P.
Alan Wake.
I mean, it is really good, but Lies of P, I think, is also just look.
I did not expect this from you.
Wow, no, I'm. It's a toss up between Alan Wake 2 and Lies of P, but this is where we're using the logic of Alan Wake 2 is getting recognized elsewhere, Lies of P not getting recognized. This is where you look at it and go, you know what, it nailed the Bloodborne aesthetic.
I could see Mario Wonder pulling something here though.
No, Mario Wonder, while I think it's good, I don't think it's good enough in this category. Tears of the Kingdom, like I love the art style, but it's Breath of the Wild. With like
we've seen it before.
And
yeah,
Hi-Fi Rush, I think is very unique. But if I put it up against Alan Wake 2 and Lies of P, I'm like,
the Hi-Fi Rush has got a great look, but it's not. Yeah,
I'm going.
To me, it's Alan Wake.
I'm going Lies of P purely because I think this is where I get into your headspace of like, yeah, but people going, but Lies of P deserves some nomination somewhere, and they go, the art direction is really good. And I, to be fair, I think it is really good. Like, I think it takes a lot of inspiration from Bloodborne, not even just in terms of art direction, but I think it nails the mood and it looks fantastic. On PC, it's like really good looking game. Alan Wake 2, believe me, like that's where my vote would be, but now I'm voting strategically.
We'll see how this pans out.
Best narrative.
This is a hard one.
For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game, we've got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16, and Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I love Final Fantasy 16. I do think the narrative does not stick the landing.
Itself
it starts off real strong Game of Thrones vibes. I'm there for it, but by the end I was like, what is going on?
No, I agree. I fully agree with
Spider-Man 2, it's good. I really enjoy
what I said
the story.
earlier. It's safe. It's safe. It's a good story. It's got a cool interpretation. Well, even then, the way people are speaking about the interpretation of Venom, they're like, this is the coolest Venom ever. It's
Venom.
Like, it is the most what I expected from Venom, to be.
It's Venom.
It didn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, taking somebody and then the person being mad, I'm like, okay. Like, don't know what I expected.
It's like maybe the person who is mad is surprising, but you can kind of call that shit for like the first 2 hours of that game. That's where it's headed.
For this one, look, I haven't finished any of the other 3, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, and Cyberpunk. But in terms of best narrative, like I'm inclined to think Alan Wake 2. I don't know how it ends. No idea. But the way, from what I've played thus far, how the story is told and how it plays out, like I'm loving it. So I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'm going to go Alan Wake 2 as well.
It's going to be Baldur's Gate 3, isn't it?
It's probably going to be
This is also where I question, and this is not me, I'm talking about the general public of like, you can't include DLC as a nominee or an expansion. I'm like, but Cyberpunk's here. And I don't see anyone going like, why is Phantom Liberty here?
Listen, I don't know.
Next category. Oh my God. Best Game Direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. This has to be
Alan Wake 2 is the only one in this category that literally breaks the sort of mold of what it was expected of it. You know what I mean? Like Baldur's Gate 3 is a CRPG. It is a very good one, but it is very much a system that Larian Studios has developed over time with its games. You know, Divinity Original Sin and Original Sin 2. I don't think Spider-Man is anything exceptional. I think Spider-Man as a game is exceptional already because of its first game. Its sequel doesn't like improve on that. Wonder could be. Wonder's got really, you know, based off the discussion we had when we spoke about it. I could see that. And Zelda as well is just phenomenal. Like,
yeah, in terms of game design, it's.
But I think Alan Wake 2 is the one that people are like, holy shit, I've never seen shit in this game. Yeah, I've never seen stuff in other video games that I'm seeing in this game.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it wins. Yo, Alan Wake 2 is fucking cleaning up on my list. My God.
I am going to vote for Tears of the Kingdom here.
Okay. I can see it.
Which is difficult because like, while I love Alan Wake 2, I do wonder if it's going to go the other way here. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh my God, we're on Game of the Year. Here we are.
Oh, what?
Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. We have Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Now, I'm going to come out and say it won't be Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It will not be Resident Evil 4.
I don't think so.
It will not be Marvel Spider-Man 2. For me, it's to be honest, I think it's between Baldur's Gate 3 and Tears of the Kingdom, with Alan Wake 2 being like a wild card, like it could snag it.
Yeah, I think Alan Wake 2 came out of nowhere. I mean, even it released just a few weeks prior to these nominees being announced,
like
and
everyone was like, everyone's like, loving it.
Top of the mind. So who we know? Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, and this is the discussion. Now do you remember what I was talking about earlier? We've had this discussion on Discord numerous times.
Yeah.
Like with good friends, and everyone is leaning Baldur's Gate 3, which I understand. I think it is definitely going to be most prominently the game of the year at most publications. But I think with the wide swath of people voting, if I look at the games here that probably stand a chance, I would say that Tears of the Kingdom is the one that was played by more people because it released at a time when people could actually play it. Whereas there's a lot of people who have put a few hours into Baldur's Gate and that's about it. You know, there's a lot of people anecdotally I've seen on Twitter and heard on podcasts saying, I need to get back to Baldur's Gate, or I had to drop Baldur's Gate because I had other stuff to do. And they're not going to vote for it for Game of the Year, you know, in that space. So that's why I think Tears of the Kingdom is going to win. I do think that Baldur's Gate 3 is probably the game of the year, even though I haven't played it, just because of its impact. But I think Tears of the Kingdom wins here, for sure.
I can't remember what we voted for last. I think, what did win last? Elden Ring. I'm sure we voted Elden Ring, both of us.
Yeah, I think we both did.
Oh, we did.
But that was way more of a...
Yeah, like a definitive...
To me, a way more of a lock, yeah.
Oh, this is so difficult because I really want to say Tears of the Kingdom, but a part of me does think that Baldur's Gate 3 is the one. It's like the year to give it to
listen, I could see it. If it comes out and it's Baldur's Gate 3, I could absolutely see it, and I wouldn't be like, that is unfair. I could definitely see it. And, you know, on my list, if I look at it, it's one for me like best RPG, which I think it deserves. And Alan Wake has won like fucking 3 awards on my list. Whereas Tears of the Kingdom has only won its action adventure category and then Game of the Year. And to me, that feels like the correct split between all of them. So
I'm leading towards Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm
Really? I was not expecting this.
No, because
not
I
expecting
100% agree with you. Where you know what, I'm gonna lock in.
Noel's going to have words with you.
Okay.
What?
No, I think I'm gonna go with Baldur's Gate 3. I think it has enough of a sway to snag Game of the Year. While
you've retained the friendship of Noel and Umar.
You know what?
I'll just say that.
Put me in for Tears of the Kingdom. In my heart.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In my heart, it's going to be Tears of the Kingdom. And it's going to piss off everyone who's played Baldur's Gate 3.
It absolutely. Tears of the Kingdom, if and when it wins, you will see flames on Twitter. I will 100%. Absolutely guarantee that. And I expect that to happen. But the Game Awards has thrown up some surprises in the past. You know, that year that Sekiro won really surprised me because Sekiro, you know, when Elden Ring won, I wasn't surprised because it got everyone into that style of game. Sekiro did not. Like, Sekiro was very much a hard as fucking hell Souls game, and I think it deserved it that year because that year was kind of stale, but also Sekiro rules. But like for the Game Awards to award, it was kind of nuts. So you never know. You never know.
Thanks for that pep talk. Now it's going to be now I know it's Baldur's Gate 3. Thanks.
Well, listen, I locked mine in, so
I'm locked in.
We're locked in. Should I run through them? No, I'm not going to run through them all. You can put them up on the screen if you like.
Don't.
It's fine.
Wait, I can do that. I can pop it up here. We're taking you behind the curtain here. Let me move this. Why does it do this? I just want it to be...
I don't know.
My heavens. I suppose
okay, while you're doing that, I'm just going to read it. Okay, these are our votes. Very, 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 very quickly. Most anticipated. Okay, my one will be... I'm not going to say my name every time. Mine will be the first. Matthew's will be the second. Most anticipated. Final Fantasy Rebirth for both. Most faithful adaptation, or whatever that was called. Last of Us for both. Best multiplayer, Street Fighter 6 for both. Best sports and racing, Forza Motorsport for both. I promise you they get different. Best sim and strategy, Pikmin 4 for me, Advance Wars for Maddie. Best family, Super Mario Wonder for both. Best fighting, Mortal Kombat 1 for me, Street Fighter 6 for Matty. Best RPG, Baldur's Gate 3 for both. Best action adventure, Legend of Zelda for me, Resident Evil 4 for Matty. I just realized I didn't vote for RE4 anywhere. That is wild. Considering I love that game.
Did I vote for it anywhere?
You literally just did.
Oh, sorry.
Best action. Yeah. Best action adventure. Best action, Armored Core 6 for me, Hi-Fi Rush for Matty. Best AR or best VR, Gran Turismo 7 for me, Resident Evil Village VR for Matty. Best mobile, Honkai Star Rail for both. Best debut indie, Cocoon for both. Best indie, Cocoon for me, Sea of Stars for Matty. Best community support, Baldur's Gate for me, Cyberpunk 2077 for Matty. Best ongoing, Cyberpunk 2077 for me, Fortnite for Matty. Games for impact, Venba for both. Innovation in accessibility, I meant to write Spider-Man, but I wrote Soiderman because I can't spell. So I'm going to leave that.
And it's locked in. Oh.
So it's Soiderman or Spider-Man. Matthew voted Forza Motorsport. Best performance, Ben Starr for both. Best audio design, Hi-Fi Rush for me, Alan Wake 2 for Matty. Best score and music, Hi-Fi Rush for me. Hi-Fi Rush for both. Best art direction, Alan Wake 2 for me, Lies of P for Matty. Best narrative, Alan Wake 2 for both. Best game direction, Alan Wake 2 for me. Tears of the Kingdom for Matty. Game of the year, Tears of the Kingdom for both.
Oh, God.
Matty not even splitting the difference on best direction and game of the year. Puts the same game. Fucking bold. Fucking bold. Good luck, my friend. I think I've won it this year.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's see.
Yeah. If I win this year, you have to bring me a Yorkie bar.
Oh, deal.
So you might as well pack one anyway because you'll be here already.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, my God. I'm going to be there we should do a watch party. Then I
gave Shani a Yorkie bar. She finished it in maybe 5 seconds flat.
So I take it.
She took one bite. She's like, damn, this is good. And then it was gone.
7. Best chocolate bar. I haven't tried every chocolate bar on the planet, but I'll say it. Best chocolate bar.
I bought a single one. I didn't buy a duo because that duo is an actual meal.
rookie mistake. The duo is
Yo,
good.
dude, there's so much chocolate. Oh my God, I couldn't. No. Should have
Okay.
bought a whole pack though. I have no Yorkie in my life now. And I'm very...
It's upsetting.
Is it Yorkie or York? I can't.
Yorkie.
Whatever.
Yeah, now you've got no, it's
Fucking
Yorkie.
delicious.
Yorkie. Best chocolate. And that is,
so good.
on that delicious note, that wraps up our Game of the Year. Well, the Game Award predictions.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see who won. I guess.
Lose. Oh, I can't wait.
I would say just before our Game of the Year discussion, we'll let you know who won, but we are absolutely recording that before the Game Awards even happens. So we'll put a post on social media.
We'll pretend that we saw the winners and we'll go like, okay, we're doing our Game of the Year awards. Wow, can't believe Alan Wake 2
can't believe Baldur's Gate
came
won.
out of nowhere to beat Baldur's Gate.
Can't believe Mario Wonder won. Damn.
Amazing. Wow.
Who fucking saw that coming?
Wow.
Can't believe RE4 beat everyone.
Can't
Shit.
believe it.
Spider-Man 2, damn.
Oh.
No ways, never. That will never fucking happen. If
so
that
nice.
happened, that would be flames. Oh my God. Like, come on.
It's crazy.
Jeff Keighley. Well, if Death Stranding comes out next year, do you think it'll win Game of the Year?
Probably. 100%.
To be fair, it didn't win the year. It did. The first one came out. It did not.
Yeah, because Keely
I
was
think it's
like,
the year Sekiro one,
it's like
actually.
Kojima-sama, I can't give it to you because people will know about our special friendship where I love you above everything else in the world.
Let's actually see what the Game Awards winners lists are. So last year was Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. 2021 was It Takes Two.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a great year for It Takes Two.
Wow.
Wow.
2020 was The Last of Us Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. 2019, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
2018.
2018, God of War, yeah. And that was the first one.
2017.
Oh, Florence won Best Mobile Game and Celeste won Best Indie Game. Best year ever.
Absolute best year. What was 2017?
Best year ever. There was no 2017.
Oh, 2016?
Because this was when they started going. Jeff Keighley started this independently in 2018.
No, but
before that they called something else, VGX Awards or something.
Because I know Overwatch won 1 year as well, like 2015 or 2016.
Okay, so the Spike TV Awards happened up until 2013. What were they called after that?
I have no idea. I just know that I know Overwatch won the 1 year.
That does ring a bell.
It's all I know.
What were they called beforehand? I don't know. They were called something else. I can't find the name now, and Wikipedia is failing me. So,
I hate to see it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll go with that.
That's it. This is where we cut the episode. Bam, an hour. Look at us. Look at us go.
Yeah, if you want to send in your predictions, feel free to. You can post them to us on social media or via email, and we can put them up against ours and see who wins. That'll be pretty neat. Otherwise, enjoy watching the Game Awards show. It is very early in the morning. So you can choose to get up for that or not. I vote not. 3 a.m.
Nothing like
for
Twitter
a 3-hour
next
show
day or something. An article roundup.
Yeah. And it's a long ass show. It's so long. Yeah. And that's going to do it for this week's episode. We will be back for the final one of the year, which will be our Game of the Year discussions. Like always, it'll just be us discussing our top 5 games of the year.
Yeah.
As we said last week, please send in your lists for Game of the Year. We'd love to discuss those during the show as well. Yeah, that'd be good.
Although, by the time they hear this, we would have recorded our discussion.
True.
Don't send us your list. The recordings happen.
Don't send us. It's already done.
But don't worry, I would have put reminders.
Hopefully, you listened to
media.
last week's podcast and then you sent us the list because we told you to there anyway. Very good point. Very good point.
This is why I big bucks.
On that note, I guess have a great week. Enjoy the Game Awards, and we will see you very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.